Hello Gemini, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel we discuss all aspects of the Ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today we're going to be doing a reading for January 2021 for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Clear. As well as for the cross watcher of the Gemini. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody. Take what fits and leave the rest. Do not stretch it to fit. You can flip it around. However, if we're talking about a person, it could be you. It could be somebody else in your life. If it resonates and it resonates, then that's great. If it doesn't, check out your other sign placements. If you don't know what those are, you can go to a website such as Astro.com, plug in your own birth information, and a chart will be generated for you. I think I got all of that out, and hopefully it made sense. And so we're going to get right into it. Gemini, January. All right, first card out is the Knight of Swords, followed by the Tower. And so this is like really fast, hasty energy moving in for you guys. Really intense, fast-moving energy and change. I'm seeing the number 5 coming through. So really a lot of change is happening really quickly in your outer reality, I'm feeling like. And then we have the 5 of Swords coming out. Okay. With the 5 of Pentacles, so there you go. There's 2 5s right there. And the Moon. And so this is like, I'm feeling a lot of, you guys have been experiencing a lot of turmoil, feeling a lot of loss, feeling really, it's like hopeless almost. Like a lot of, I feel like people whispering in your ear, and it may not even be actual people. This may be just like of your own voice in your own mind, whispering in your ear, sort of telling you things that aren't necessarily even real, but really just a lot of mental confusion and a lot of, yeah, I feel almost as though it's like the voice in the back of your mind, like you have the devil and the angel on the shoulders, and like the devil's been whispering in your ear for a long time, and you're really feeling conflicted. And I mean, I'm noticing this guy down here, which I've never noticed in this card before. This is like the you trapped inside of yourself, wanting to be set free, wanting to be heard, but this you can't hear this you because this you is chirping in your ear and is louder. Right? So that's really interesting. And it's got you feeling like this. It's had you feeling really hopeless and not realizing that the key was right here. And you could unlock the door anytime you wanted. But the key seemed way too big and way too heavy. And you just didn't have it in you to release yourself and let yourself out. It's like you were drowning. This is like drowning in emotion. This Moon card is very much, it's like she's just totally going under, right? Sinking like a stone almost to the bottom of the sea is what that energy feels like. So that's sort of the energy that you guys have been in, I feel like. So tell me more about this Knight of Swords then. We have the Queen of Cups, we have the Empress, and we have Temperance. Okay. All right. And so this is the energy that's coming in. It's like something comes in and it totally shakes you loose out of this energy. Like, look how beautiful this Tower card is with the lightning striking, all of the butterflies. That butterfly energy has been coming through so strongly. But it's like something really breaks you free and sets you free from that energy. And then it's like, this is like complete heart opening, complete manifesting. Her really being in her abundance and in her glory, right? The Empress, this is a whole new cycle being born. This is everything, right? The Empress represents Venus energy. This is the energy of pleasure. This is the energy of the harvest, of abundance, of fertility. So like a whole new cycle coming through. And Temperance here, this is like balance. This is patience, right? And you see, he's just so angelic looking. I don't know if you can notice, but he has wings right behind him. My light kind of drowns it out. But yeah. And so, yeah, this is incredible energy coming through. It's like opening you up. Whatever this Tower is really opening you up. Can we find out more? Interesting. Okay. What is this Tower about? Clear. Tell me more about what this Tower is about. We want to know what the Tower is about. What is the Tower in this situation? And we have the Six of Cups sitting there on the bottom of the deck. Nostalgia, childhood, the past. Okay, so the Tower is conclusions from the past. So some past cycle being concluded, something from the past that is not holding you back anymore. So something is brought to an end, whatever that something is, all right? And then a new start is coming on the bottom of the deck. All right, so what is being brought to an end here? What is being brought to an end with this Tower? And then we have the Eight of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords here. So this energy, I feel like what's coming to an end is this energy of you working really, really hard, but still feeling like you're stuck no matter how much work you do. No matter how much work you do. And with this, you got a lot of past energy here, right? With the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck and the South Node coming out from the Moonology deck. So it's like your past has really been holding you back. You've been stuck in the past. And it's kept you from being able to move forward. Even though you've been working really, really hard, you have not been able to move forward because you're still being held back by your past. And so it's like something is coming that really snaps you out of that old energy and into your new energy. And so what is snapping Gemini out of this old energy? Five of Swords, another 5. 10 of Swords, and the Page of Wands, all right? And so this is to me, this always feels like winning a battle. Winning or giving up in a battle. And I feel like for you guys, this is like giving up a battle. Walking away from the fight. Ending the cycle, right? This is a very painful cycle that's coming to an end. This is especially indicative of a mental cycle, right? This is mental energy. So giving up the fight, the mental fight, and surrendering instead to this energy, this Page of Wands energy. This is the energy of creation, creativity, spirituality, newness, freshness, innocence. Like surrendering, it's like surrendering to your inner child, getting out of this energy of, it's like it's funny because your inner child would be sort of like your past in a way, right? But it's like allowing your inner child to steer the ship, allowing your creativity, allowing your joy to steer the ship. Your spiritual side, this is spiritual energy. Instead of letting your mind steer the ship, you're letting your spiritual self steer the ship. And that's making all the difference. We have the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. We'll see if that comes back out. What else is facilitating this Tower, this change? And then we have the Six of Pentacles with the Devil. And the Devil's popping up in reverse here. And so it's like overcoming your demons. Becoming fair and balanced, right? It's almost like, though, with the Six of Pentacles, it's like reciprocity with your demons. So it's sort of like you coming to terms with your own demons and really accepting them and bringing them into the light so that they can't torment you anymore. It's like you see them for what they are finally. Something reveals them to you and you realize that they're not as scary as you thought they were, and they don't have to have the hold over you that you let them have before. It's sort of like there's some sort of balance and some sort of justice that comes in that really helps you to overcome that energy. Yeah. Anything else here? We have the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this is a brand new, destined and fated beginning for you, right? The wheel is turning and it's bringing you into a new cycle. Let's get more energy on this original Knight of Swords. What is this original Knight of Swords energy about? And we have the Chariot. The Chariot, the Tower. The Chariot, the Tower, the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. All right. So this is like focused intention that comes out of nowhere almost. Like this is like a breakthrough that really focuses your intention. And then you move, you're moving swiftly, you're moving concisely. It's like in the direction of where you want to go. It's almost like, I feel for some of you guys, it's like where he's chasing this bike. It's like this bike in my mind right now is like a ship, and he's like realizing that his ship is sailing and he's not on it. And he's like, oh shit, I gotta go climb aboard that ship. And so he's like chasing after it. So this is you with a fire lit under your ass is really what I think of this Knight of Swords energy. That's what that's all about. It's this realization, this epiphany. However this comes about for you. They're clearly not wanting to get too specific on how this comes about. But however it does, it really focuses your intention on where you want to go. And it allows you to get some healing so you can really step into. This card represents to me personal autonomy, personal freedom. It's somebody who is self-made, somebody who is very much in their element, right? And so it brings you into this energy, this healing energy where you are really feeling, and I'm just noticing her holding this bird here. You're feeling free, you're feeling light, you're feeling able to move through the world the way you want to move through the world and really make some positive changes in your life. For you guys, this is all about your perspective, right? It's all about your perspective. It's all about healing and really opening up. There's like a very divine feminine quality to this, like really healing both your feminine and masculine sides, right? Because your masculine side is the side that goes after what they want, like that is very determined and straightforward. And your feminine side is this open, receptive side. And so really balancing those out, we've got the Temperance, which is balance, right? We've got the Six of Pentacles, which is balance. Balancing out that energy and then really moving forward and just creating from this heart space, from this place of, I almost said naivety, but I guess it is sort of like that, right? Like letting go of all the old baggage, all the old trauma, and just moving forward and creating something really beautiful that's not dictated by the past, right? Something that is in the here and now, like being really present in the moment and creating in this moment and living in this moment. Any final cards as far as the tarot goes before we go into something else? The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords and the Empress showing up again on the bottom of the deck for you guys, right? And so this is like stable. This is earth energy. This is air energy. This is you being very decisive, very focused, very decisive, and being very well manifested, right? Being very, very secure, very stable, and very decisive and forward thinking, right? This is once again the feminine and the masculine aspects coming out. All right, we're going to pull a couple. Actually, we're going to pull a Wisdom of the Hidden Realms card to close for you guys. Clear. All right, Gemini. Oh, these popped right out for you. Okay, we have the Swan Queen and the Sisters of the Seasons coming out for you guys. And so the Swan Queen, and I think this one, I believe, was inverted. So we are going to read it as such and see what it has to say. When the Swan Queen appears to challenge you, it's time to stop doubting your inner voice. Don't let your analytical mind prevent you from seeing the miracles that Spirit places in front of you. Another message the Swan Queen shows you in the mirror of your life is your fear of change. Why fear what's inevitable? Everything in life changes and transforms from one moment to the next. And with that 5 energy, you guys got a lot of changes coming in. Holding on to the past only distorts and mangles the natural order of things. If you can, in spite of your fear, be gentle with yourself and allow for change. Only beauty will come of it. Most important, a shift in perspective is what's called for now. And then you have the Sisters of the Seasons. And this says, when the Sisters of the Seasons meet you on your path, they remind you that everything has a natural rhythm that obeys a higher law. Just as the seasons magically pass, be reminded that the nature of birth, growth, harvest, and decay cannot be altered. So if you keep on your path with determination and discernment, allowing for the natural course of events to unfold, success is assured. Divine appropriate timing is guiding your desires into perfect manifest form. This is a very good period to start new things as you're moving out of winter into the beginning of spring, metaphorically speaking. Continue with patience and be aware of the rhythms of your opportunities. There will be periods when things slow down and begin anew, move into fruition, and then slow down again in a never-ending natural flow. Be mindful of which sister greets you, for she points directly at the next. Every moment counts now. So this is like really sinking into the different cycles of your growth and the different cycles of your life. And you guys have been through a very transformative, growth cycle, and you're about to come out the other side of that. When you have this epiphany, when you have this realization, this event, whatever it is that really helps you to see clearly where you've been hanging on to the past, where you've been stuck in this mental energy, how it's like, it's not, you guys know that you've been stuck. It's like all of a sudden something comes through and it shows you how to release yourself, how to free yourself. And as soon as that happens, it's like game on, basically. And so that's what you're looking for, is that insight, that spark, that flash, that revelation that's going to help you to free yourself. And then the camel boy on the bottom of the deck says small steps in asking for help. So don't be afraid to ask for assistance as you're moving through these energies either. There is help and assistance to you there. I think the Belvaspata that I do would be really helpful for you guys. If you want to reach out to me, my email's down below. It's a really powerful healing modality that can help us move through, gain deeper clarity, gain deeper insight, release the energies that are wanting to be released, step more deeply into our divinity. And so that could be really helpful. I'm sure there's people in your life that can be really helpful. Just figure out what it is that you need. If you know what it is that you need, then it's much easier to get help for that, right? So if something comes to you, something comes to mind, I mean, ask for help from your guides and your team as well. They're always waiting in the wings, wanting to assist you, wanting to help you move forward. And so really seek out their advice and their guidance as well. And just pay attention to where help is being offered to you, because it may come to you in the most unlikely of circumstances, is what I'm feeling for you guys. All right, let's get final guidance clear for Gemini. Gemini, January 2021. Third eye chakra. I see the wisdom of my higher self and apply this wisdom in my life. And so for some of you guys, this epiphany, this realization may come in the form of a download or just a flash of insight as you are awakening more psychically. That may just come to you like that. That may be where this energy is coming from some of you guys. And it's like once your higher self, your inner wisdom really clicks in and clicks into gear, it's like everything becomes clear in an instant, right? Because that's how downloads work. It's just an instant information, and all of a sudden you can see and you understand. And then it's the most important part of this card is I apply this wisdom in my life, right? We can have all the wisdom in the world, but if we don't put it to use, if we don't do anything with it, then it's essentially useless, and it's not really helping us at all, and we're not moving forward, right? Unapplied wisdom is really fruitless and pointless. And then we have the heart chakra coming out. I love myself and others unconditionally and nurture loving relationships. So a huge activation of your third eye and your heart chakra coming through, and really living from that place of the heart, opening up, softening into that heart chakra more, letting the heart chakra melt away any residual resistance that you have to the changes in your life, that you have to the awakenings and the insights that are coming through. And then water elemental. I allow my body, mind, and spirit to flow intuitively through the changes in life. Right there. And this is card number 11. All right. And so it's like allowing the flow, allowing yourself to flow with the changes. The changes are going to happen whether you want them to or not. And so if you can just surrender into the flow of them, it'll be that much easier. But these are beautiful changes. Once you understand and you realize how it is that you can, like, once it's sort of like that key is dropped into your hand and you're like, oh yeah, I can just unlock this door right here. The key's right here. I had it all along, right? It's sort of like when you lose your glasses or something and you don't realize that you're wearing them on your head the whole time you're running around the house looking for them. It's sort of like that's what it's going to be like. And you guys are just going to stop and you're going to laugh and you're going to be like, oh, okay. And then you just open the fucking door. I mean, that's really what this energy feels like. It's that simple. It's so simple. It's actually going to be funny. Some of you guys may actually laugh out loud when this information, this knowledge, this understanding comes through. But these aren't going to be changes that are, change can always be unsettling, right? Because we like to, it's easier to stay the same, right? It's known. The unknown can be scary, but you guys are a mutable sign. You guys are generally pretty flexible and pretty adaptable. So utilize your natural sense of curiosity and childlike wonder as you flow through these changes, as you allow this deeper spiritual connection, this deeper heart connection, this deeper, which is then connects you more deeply with your your own experience of life with the flow of that. Just allow it to move through you. Allow all of this knowledge, all of these emotions to flow and move through you and guide you along the path that you're meant to travel. And I guarantee, like, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful journey. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Wheel of Life. I am guided by the cycles of life and live in complete harmony with them. So really, this is a lot of energy coming through to you guys. And this is reminding me of the Wheel of Fortune card again. 1. 2. Besides that, we also just have this energy of that cycles and phases really coming through. So look at what cycle you think you're in right now. Intuitively ask yourself, what cycle of creation am I in? What cycle of personal growth am I in? What cycle of empowerment am I in? And sort of flow with that as well. Work with that. You know, there's sometimes where a lot's happening on the outside. We're harvesting, we're reaping what we sowed. Sometimes we're in the planting seed stage. Sometimes we're waiting for those seeds to germinate and we're just kicking back and relaxing and sort of allowing the energies to do what they do. So really look at what cycle and what phase you're in and allow yourself to be in that cycle and phase. And it's like the acceptance of the cycle and phase that we're in is often sometimes what also then allows the wheel to begin to start turning. And then underneath that, I did feel I wanted to point it out. We had solar plexus chakra. I take actions daily that awaken my personal power. Really, what can you do constructively on a daily basis to empower yourself to really step more deeply into the life that you're wanting to live? Take those little actions every day. That's going to be really useful to you. And then under that, we also have the root chakra. I have everything I need to survive and grow on the physical plane. So really coming into security and stability around that. And that's some of those actions that you can take too on a daily basis. How can I feel more stable and secure in my physical world, in my physical body? What actions can I take to assure that as well every single day? And that's going to help you guys feel more rooted and more balanced as you move through these energies. All right. I love you all very much. If you liked this video, like this video. There are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to. Drop a comment. Let me know how this is resonating. Let me know how January is feeling for you guys. This is really beautiful, intense, exciting energy that I'm picking up on for you guys. And so I am so proud of you. We are all doing super hard work right now, but just know that there is so much reward in this process and in what this process then provides for us. Like the stability that we're able to build for ourselves when we are able to move through this process and work through these energies and come out empowered on the other side of that. I will talk to you all soon. Have a beautiful January.